What is up with it? Today we are back and we are going over CoreTCG's Las Vegas Regionals. Shoutouts to Eggman for having all this data on his website, and we will be going over the topping lists. I was at this event and unfortunately I once again failed, and I am not going to be one of the topping deck lists, but I had a lot of fun, hung out with a lot of my friends. Next weekend is Toronto. I'm gonna break through again. I played GP. Probably won't be playing GP next weekend, to be honest. But GP did have 5 of the top slots, so definitely cannot say it's a bad deck. It's a pretty good deck for sure. It's converted well the last 2 weeks. We don't have play rate data, but I will say, being in the room, it definitely felt like these 3 decks were the most played decks. When I looked around myself, these were the only 3 decks I ever saw. I never saw anyone sitting around me who was not playing one of these 3 decks. Honestly, I think these 3 decks probably under-converted. I think these 3 decks might have been like more like this amount of the pie chart. I could be mistaken, we don't have play rate data, but just from what I was seeing looking around the room, like these 3 decks looked like they were like 2/3 of the room rather than less than half. So I don't know, that's very anecdotal. Like some people I talked to said they saw a lot of purple black in the room and I saw none. I don't know. Let's hop into it though. First, we have Nix Mapes. Congratulations to Nix Mapes for winning. Not only for winning, but winning with the coolest deck in the room. I actually had the pleasure of playing Nick in Swiss. Very nice guy. He clapped my ass. Excuse my language. But really cool, unique list. Anyone who's been watching the channel knows that I love this Doflamingo package in these purple Luffy decks. So huge congratulations to him. I'm a little sad I didn't think of it first, like, man. But yeah, 3 Sugar, 2 Giala. I wonder if he ever played this out. I kind of doubt it, but maybe this could help you with Bello Betty a bit. This Onami, I think, was really good for him. Like, this card is fantastic. The Rosinante and the Dofi, like, this card is so crazy. Just giving you 2 extra Dawn to play with every turn, which makes a huge difference when you have all these really, really unbelievable defensive events. There are a few things about this deck list that me conceptually I feel like I'd like to change maybe. Also only 6 2Ks. 7 if you count the slow beam. Kind of interesting. But yeah, wow. Honestly incredible. Shoutouts to Nick. Next we have Kevin Zhao on green purple Luffy. 4 Chopper, 4 Frankie, only 8 2Ks, 2 Green Zoro, 3 Taro, only 2 Rush Luffy, 2 Luna, no Gamma Knives. Pretty stock list, pretty consistent looking list, just running basically everything at 4 more or less, with a couple 2-ofs. And then we have 3 Bonnies in a row. Holy shamoly. I am no expert on Bonnie deck lists, so I won't have too much to say about these. I will say this new Basil Hawkins card seems like a great addition as a 2K to the list. 3 Zoro, very interesting. Yeah, if the blue-purple players aren't ready, if they're passing up on their Red Rocks, or they're not playing it, like, they're getting goobed. They are getting goobed. I will say, I think no way Bonnie performs next weekend. I mean, maybe I'll eat my words. Maybe this deck is better than I think it is. But I think this was a bit of a flash in the pan. You know, really exploiting blue-purple players for maybe not being on as much red rock as they should have been. Yeah, so everyone just agreeing you'd for sure play this new Basil Hawkins. Ooh, the Beppo. Interesting. I wonder how this performed for them. It is searchable off of the Kid and Killer and off of the Bonnie, which is quite nice. So now you have a second piece of top end with the Kid that is searchable. But I don't know. This card just seems kind of mid to me. I mean, it seems really good if your opponent's trying to starve you. But I don't know. Next, we have QB with Teach. Unfortunately, ran into Kevin Zhao on green purple in top 8. Unfortunately, maybe, you know, Blackbeard could have taken it down. 3 finger pistol, only 1 Tempest kick. None of the new San Juan Wolf. 2 of the 7 cost Teach. Only 3 Lafitte. I feel like there's something missing from this deck list. I have no idea what it is, but I feel like there's something that's usually in the list or sometimes in the list that's not there. Next, we have Jackson Juan. Only 3 choppers. The Hody Jones. Oh my goodness. The sauce, the goo, a couple Gamma Knives, and an Electrical Luna. And the last top 8 is going to be Flechazo on purple Luffy. We have some Miss Double Finger, couple Zorajuros. Interestingly enough, I feel like I haven't really seen this before. Couple Ragnaroks, very cool. I mean, Kata is one of the best cards in the entire format. So having a card that can delete this, obviously, is very impactful. And no Luffy Taro. No Luffy Taro package. Moving away from that. Makes sense to me. Next, we have Arnold on blue-purple Luffy. Nothing especially interesting. Got a couple Mihawks. Couple Puddings. 8 2Ks. Yeah, nothing too crazy, I don't think. Next, we have a Yamato. Insane. We have a Yamato. Just, I don't even know what a Yamato deck list is supposed to look like. But running a few of the new cards, basically all of them, right? Running 4 of the new cards from the structure deck. And then a couple demonic auras. This card is sicko mode. I'm so down with it. Next we have Jonathan Chow with another top 16 on Whitebeard. He might be the greatest player alive. I don't know how he keeps getting away with this. I feel like every tournament he's topping recently with Whitebeard of all things. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I literally don't know how he keeps doing it. I really don't. Like, I need to see how he does versus blue-purple, because it's hard for me to conceptualize this deck being good into blue-purple. Truthfully, it's hard for me to imagine. But he got top 16, and I was out by round 8, so. Next we have another purple Luffy, 1 Zorajuro, very weird, 1 Trafalgar Law, 1 Onami, a couple Magellan, a Gamma Knife. Very interesting list. Again, no Luffy Taro. Looks like we've really decided to walk away from that. Next we have my boy Alex, top 16. This was actually the same 50 that I registered, except instead of Radio Knife, I played Demonic Aura to help break through and kill blue-purple Luffys. But running the Rest Chopper, I like this card a lot. Couple Robins being really good with the mirror being more present. 2 Rush Luffys definitely feels right. Just the one chopper to help with like the blue purple matchup. It's really the main matchup you want to see something like that. Next we have Victor Pham, top 16, a couple Utas, some Mansherries, of course 4 Brook, 4 Kuzan, only 3 Tenzon, interestingly enough. I feel like I've heard more about 4. Victor also a believer in 3 Lucci. Something that I personally have not been able to get behind, but again, he's in top 16. I wasn't. What can I say? Next we have Yellow Black Luffy. I mean, you look at this top cut and it feels like there's just some of the most random decks possible, man. Like Luffy, Whitebeard, Yamato, like I don't know, man. They get crazy in Vegas. I don't know. But anyways, Black Yellow Luffy, couple Violas, Zeus. This is like the most custom card this deck could have ever asked for. 3 baby aces. I imagine that having a few more babies is probably more important now. With Moria gone, only 1 event searcher is pretty interesting. Also, only 3 Sabo and only 3 Rocket Luffy. Wow, this is a really interesting list. I feel like I would be concerned about finding the babies with only 1 searcher and you can't recycle them with Mori anymore, but I don't know. I mean, you do see a lot of cards, to be fair. You draw your lives with Lampe and Zeus, and you draw a couple times off Kuzan and Sanji and Sabo, so this is a really cool card for this deck, by the way. And I will die saying that this deck, if it still had Moria, would literally be a viable deck for the entire game's lifespan, maybe. Genuinely. Like, inherently, this leader and these babies are just so unbelievably busted, and the deck can only ever get better. Its card pool is insane, and they're just going to keep printing cards like this or like this that are like cool, interesting tech choices that, depending on the meta, are really good. I mean, this card will just always be good for this deck, regardless of meta, but more so like a Viola or whatever, right? Or Shirahoshi, like so many different tech cards this deck could play. On one hand, it's kind of sad that, we don't get to see that innovation in the deck building with BY because, Moria is dead. But at the same time, he had his run. Only a couple Zeus, a couple of the Sabo, don't always see that. Couple dragons, don't always see that. I think everything else looks pretty standard. We have another green purple Luffy. I believe Kuro won Swiss going 10-0. And then lost in top 32. So the classic winning Swiss curse. We have 3 Chopper, 4 Frankie, 10 2Ks actually, running the full 6 top end, a Gamma Knife. Yeah. Interesting list for sure. And we have our first black purple Luffy running the full suite of Robins. Only 10 Rampers. Actually running the 6-cost Brook this weekend. Only 2 Sanjis, only 3 Secrets, only 2 9-drops, a Gamma Knife, couple Lightnings. Next we have the Bello Betty. Nothing too notable, I don't think. Running the 1 Morley. Next we have Jonas on blue purple Luffy. Shoutouts my goat. Couple Red Rocks, 4 Godthread, no Zoro Juro, interestingly enough. 2 secret rare Luffys, also no Mihawks, interestingly enough. Also, is this... Oh, wow. This is our... I guess it's our third one. I was going to say, did we only see the first place and then all of the other ones died in top 32? But no, we did have one more. I scrolled too far. All right, next we have Tibbers on Teach. Oh, maybe Doc Q was the card in the other list. Maybe I'm tripping, but I think maybe the other list didn't play Doc Q. One Cameron Devon. Only 2 6-cost Kuzan. Yep. Another purple black Luffy. Ooh, a couple of the Rest Chopper. Okay, so the Brook is really coming out right now. I feel like I'm really curious to know why they started teching this. I guess if you go first, you play this on your 5 Dawn turn, and then the following turn, it probably combos really well with the Gum Gum Lightning. Maybe that's it. Allowing you to remove, you know, an 8K character. So you have this, and the blue-purple Luffy player tries to, like, Omega ramp to, like, a Kata, and then you delete the Kata, but I don't know. They only play one of this, so I'm really not sure. Or maybe just playing this, not even to delete the Kata, but to say, hey, you don't get a free block with it. Maybe that's what it is. I'm really not sure. I would love to hear more about the insight, because it's, you know, now it's multiple of them, and I don't remember seeing that adaptation last week. Maybe I missed it, but I don't remember seeing it last week. Maybe the other list also didn't run Liberation. Maybe that's what it was. Another Bello Betty running 3 of this promo Sabo. Just something to help you not get starved. I don't know how many people are really trying to starve Bello Betty. Maybe the blue-purple Luffys of the world are. Another Bello Betty. Oh, this is interesting. I haven't seen... Okay, so this is a 2K. I'm not sure I'm really seeing the vision. This person is also running like an ungodly amount of 2Ks, no? 4, 8, 11, 13 2Ks? That feels like a lot. They basically like took out 2 copies of Stage for an additional 2 2Ks? Huh. I would love to hear more about why. Because to me, Betty doesn't really strike me as a deck that needs that many 2Ks. I feel like you're just trying to kill them, and I feel like this card helps you see the things like these that help you kill them. Because really, people don't say it, but this is like a 4-card deck, you know, maybe 5-card deck, really. It's like these are like the cards that matter. I mean, also like Betty, actually. The Searcher matters a lot. But like, you know, this is really a very small deck for number of cards that actually win you the game. So I feel like a Stage is kind of important for that sort of thing, but I don't know. Next we have the coolest effing deck, Green Yellow Law. No 7-cost Law is the first thing I'm noticing. The second thing I'm noticing is that they're playing Kid, which is a snooze fest. Also playing the Restand Law, super sick card. I haven't spent enough time on Green Yellow Law to know what else is notable. I know this room is pretty notable. Not sure what else, but 3 Hody, I guess. And then we have blue purple Luffy. Couple Mihawks, couple Gravity Blades, interestingly enough, a Red Rock, no Zorojuro. No Zorojuro, very interesting. Next we have a Buggy, our one and only Buggy running 3 of the Buggies, 2 of that promo Croc, 2 7-drop Dofis, 3 Sables. So running a lot of 7-cost Hatred for... this doesn't need cross guild, right? It just needs 5 costs or higher. Okay, so this is pretty cool, actually. Can play this like on your 7 or 8. Probably not your 9, but your 7 or 8 on turn. It's probably pretty cool. Because on those turns, you're only playing 1 5-drop anyways, realistically. So, pretty cool, actually. I could see this being pretty good. Next, we have another Bello Betty. Betty just also playing the Harmone. We saw this win Dublin, I believe. Only 2 of the stage. Interesting to me that people are cutting down on stages. Next, we have Sam, top 32. No Mihawk, a couple Gravity Blades. So events really looking like they did well this weekend. I'm surprised not more Mihawks in these top 5 lists, honestly. I feel like every blue-purple player I played besides Nick was hitting me with the Mihawk. I was sick. 2 Robins, only 2 Frankies, no Choppers. Full 6 top end, 2 Gamma Knife, 2 Luna. Okay. C on Lucci, best deck, let's go. Only 2 Hina, the 4 full, Tenzons. Only 3 Lucci. Okay, maybe Lucci, you only need 3 of them these days. Maybe Lucci, you only need 3. Also, no Spandine, not a Spandine enjoyer. And at 33rd place, I guess Eggman decided to throw this in just because it's cool. Red Green Smoker. Only 1 Baccarat. I feel like I'd run more of this card. 2 Honesty Impact, 2 Mole Gun. This card is really good in the format. I feel like being one of the few good answers to Kata that exist. Anything else notable about this? Running a few of the Borsalinos. Interesting. I wonder why. What did he throw this Borsalino in for? I mean, it is searchable, and it is a blocker. What is this for? I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Also, shout outs to my Metafy supporters. If you would like to help support me and make videos like this possible, please check out the link in the description. I appreciate you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day.